So how was your day? I had a good day. I thought about a lot of things, and in particular, thinking about shining from the inside out. Yeah, like throughout your day, what we've done throughout the week, when you keep your word to yourself and you fulfill that or you accomplish that goal that you set for yourself, every time you accomplish one, that's how you begin to shine internally. It creates that over time. It starts to change the energy within you. A lot of times, a lot of people feel unfulfilled because they lack refilling themselves. And the fact that you, or if a person doesn't refill, that's how they feel alone and empty. Let's just be clear. You are never alone. You always have you, okay? Because with you, if you say, every time you say you are alone, it's like your body, your temple is your house, basically, because it's housing your spirit, your soul, right? Every time you say you are alone, it's like you are getting your keys, putting your shoes on, putting your jacket on, and leave. You're just leaving it abandoned. Yep. Now, if you look at it in that sense, you think about it. How long do you want to be gone, just out of, just out of your house? How long do you want to be gone? This is not a vacation we're talking about, because you're not even aware that you have left. It's a chance that you don't know where you're going. Right? So the goal here is to first understand that you are not alone. You have a whole body that you tend to. The moment you stop, it's going to start showing effects of you stopping. That's why self-care is important. The more self-care you put into yourself, you feed it good things and it'll give you good things back. Now, conversely, you feed it bad things, well, you know the rest. Now with that, understand how important that role is. Taking care of your home, taking care of you, and then when you understand that, it's easy for you to take care of the things that's inside of your home. You won't go and let your toilet just overflow or not work for days, let alone months at a time, right? You're going to call somebody. You're going to get in there. You're going to do it yourself if you have to. Okay? Now, if that's the case, it's the same concept to ourselves. You see, that means you have to take care of that gut. Gut health is everything. It's how we understand and clarify the things that we see every day. We judge those things through our gut. We like to think it's our brain, but it's a multitude of things that work together. Because we go through a multitude of emotions so quickly. So the natural state of things naturally do the same. So the goal is for you to make sure that you are taking care of everything in your home. Gut health first. So you can be able to make sound decisions. Quality decisions, choices. Right? Because that's what it boils down to. And a lot of times we don't listen to ourselves. We listen to other people, or we take the influence of someone we know or even other people, and we base our decisions off of that, which is crazy. We have to be more mindful of ourselves, and that's a challenge. But be at home and take some time and do some renovation. Make some renovations. Redo some things, add on, take away. This is your house, right? There's only one like it, and that means it's yours. So you can do whatever to it as you please. Just don't demolish it. And there's wear and tear over time because that's natural. It's a natural state of things. But it's so much that we could do better to have a long-lasting outcome to that. Right? And it's all about the quality neighborhood. Come on, follow me. That our body is in, right? We're just adding layers on all of it. From what we physically lay, right? The homes we have that we pay for, or maybe not. May have already paid it off. But with that, we have the cars we drive, that's another layer. These are all things that we are paying physically for, while neglecting the spiritual state of it, which creates it all. Spiritually, we create through belief. It's what we believe is what we create. So going back to what we were saying earlier about how you see things, that's your belief of it. If you see things as a way where it's negative, or you think negative things are going to happen to you, most likely they will gravitate to you. Not because you truly want it to, but because your fear of it, that emotion behind it, the energy, emotion behind that concern you have is strong enough to push it out there and have it gravitate. The spirit, the energy behind emotions like fear, sadness, and anger, it can generate quickly, as opposed to energy of like happiness and love. And I say that because of the conditioning. A lot of things that you see every day is not uplifting. And when it's not uplifting, how do you expect to be uplifted? You have to decide how you are going to keep your vibrational state at its highest frequency possible. And that's what the task is going to be a little challenging, because again, negative energy, because you can conjure it up so easily because of what we see every day, was pushed to us every day, it makes it that much more easy to conjure up those emotions, because they're already on the cusp of you already anyway. So it's like, and you can just put your hands together and form that ball of energy, that raw ball of anger that has turned into that fireball you're able to create because of that raw emotion that you've been conjuring up all day from the things that you've been watching. It's going to be a task to be able to change those emotions around, because you have to start practicing it. What I mean by that is you have to first cut it out. And that's the hard part, because conditioning don't just happen overnight. It comes in increments. It comes in routine, right? It comes in repetition. So whether your habits are good or bad, like if you can have Your routine could be getting up every morning, going to the gym, having your coffee, or coming home and having breakfast and getting ready, going to the office, or all the way to if you sleep till 3 and then you get up, you eat, and then you go back to sleep. All of that was created through routines because after a while it will show itself. So it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, it's just the habit of the being. The being is in routine because routine is happiness. It's purpose. Okay? It's purpose because without it you feel like you have nothing. Because you're like, what am I gonna do? Have you ever been to someone's job and you're waiting around so they can give you the instructions the first day of work? Like, what we doing? Where we going? That's that. That's that. That is that. It's the same with you. So you have to understand that part, that's important as well. When we can understand that, then things change because now you start looking at things differently and it's easier for you to tap into your happiness. Because as you find happiness in things, it's automatic. It's an automatic default to happiness is love. Love is happiness, and happiness is love. hmm Sometimes people confuse and say love is pain, but it can be pain. It just depends on what energy you're tapping into. Now, love is just pure when it's just love. When you add those images, those experiences, those ideas of what is not love is what makes love pain. So if you're in a situation with someone and you feel like they've violated the laws of love, that instantly decreases the amount of love you have for them, right? And then from there, as a default of that, is lack of respect. Breathe. Get in. So what we will want to do is to understand how everything we need, we already have within. That's the first step. Because people tend to find happiness out of satisfaction. The idea of what they think satisfaction is where the challenge comes in at. Because most people think it's a material thing, but sometimes it can be something as simple as being able to cuddle with a pillow on the couch. That makes you happy because you can cuddle, right? And it feels good. Like, oh, and you can just go right to sleep, right? It's the same thing. It's adding on to your happiness because you get to do that, right? Now with that, it's being grateful and raising your vibration, and your inner happiness will show. It'll start glowing. And as it glows, it has no choice but to shine outward because you're overflowing internally. So it's just oozing out of your pores. Just oozing out of your pores. How cool is that? See how the flip side of that, what could be oozing out of your pores, your happiness, your light, you know what I mean? Your energy, essence of you. hella sexy. You should try it. Get that glow. And you got that glow, right? Let's get that glow. Tell me about your glow.